And good morning to everyone. It's Wednesday, the 23rd of June, and still happy to be here again with you to give you a few words for whatever they might be. Yeah, I'm spending a day or two, a couple of days with my sister up in Point Siena, and so I'm doing it from her living room this today. As we gather together, it is approaching July 4th, and a lot of thoughts. I've had time to think about what's going on a little bit. You know, we look at news and we can get a little discouraged with the news. We can get a little discouraged with what we see and going on in the world around us, in our own country, in our own community, perhaps at times. And we can get a little discouraged. And as we're approaching July 4th, it comes to mind how much we have to be grateful for. Still, we say we have things to be grateful for. Of course, we have many things to be grateful for. You know, as a country, we might not be perfect. As a society, certainly we have our flaws. Even as a church, we might not be perfect, but yet we have many things to be grateful for. And what we have to be grateful for is we have to open our eyes to what we have to be grateful for. That's what I'm trying to get across to us. How many good things are going on in our country that we simply don't know. I was thinking, it was 244, 45 years ago on this day that our founding fathers got together and stopped thinking about their own personal needs of each colony and decided to do something for the greater good of all. And as we had that Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776, decided to separate themselves in a very courageous act. To put the needs of the many before the needs of the one or the few. And I was thinking what a wonderful lesson that could be for us on a national level, on a global level, on a national level as well, and perhaps even on a family level and on a personal level, putting the needs of others before my personal needs, myself, what I need, what I want. I was thinking how many good things came about as a result of the courageous act of these people living and following their conscience and putting aside personal interests for the sake of the good of all. What a wonderful thing that would be if we could do that in our own society, if Congress could, maybe for a change, come together and put aside the differences they have as far as political parties are concerned and understand that what they're called to do is to represent the people that they are called to serve, who elected them. And instead of being so worried about being reelected, maybe we become more worried about what the needs of our country are, the poor, the homeless, the hungry, the racial division, climate change, the infrastructure, getting back to making decisions based on what's right and what's moral rather than what's always what's more economical and what's financially, what brings financial gain. My thought being that as a people, we fail sometimes to see, we've gotten so jaded and so cynical that we sometimes fail to understand and look around us and see the many good things going on. Think about, I was thinking on this day, on July 4th, 1939, Lou Gehrig. Now here I am, a Red Sox fan, talking about a great Yankee, but he was a wonderful, great, not only a good man, but a great player, one of the greatest in the game. And he's retiring on this day, July 4th, 1939, and he comes out with this great speech facing the reality of a fatal disease that he knew he had. And as he was retiring from baseball, he says that he was the luckiest man on the face of the earth. He was able to look at himself and see all the good things that happened in his life. And in spite of the fatal disease that he was dealing with, still call himself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I was thinking in terms of how many good things happen every day for us, how many graces, and yet we only count the crosses, we only count the burdens, we only count the problems, rather than looking at the graces that we have and the good things going on in our life. Last week I was visiting people on Friday, as I usually do, and in between one of the visits, I stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts for a cup of coffee and a little sandwich. knowing I wasn't going to have anything later on until later that evening. And as I pulled around to the drive-in, the lady told me at the pay window there. The lady told me, "Oh, don't worry, there's the lady in front of you paid for you." He said, "Boo." Another nice gesture. Didn't wait to be thanked. Didn't wait to be even acknowledged. Just paid and left. I said, "What a wonderful thought." And I said a little prayer for the person, whoever it was. Don't even know it was a man or a woman. Tell you the truth. An unknown person doing an unknown act of kindness. Boy, thinking of someone other than themselves in their own need. I said, what a wonderful response and what a wonderful gesture. And I was thinking, what would happen if we were to do the same every day? Not just once in a great while, but every day. Make sure that we did something for someone else every day. We began to change our mindset away from my own personal needs, away from my own personal wants, my own personal desires, into becoming something. What can I do for other? What can I do to make someone else's life better? Because I'm going to do something to make their life better. I'm going to bring a little joy into their life. I'm going to bring a little kindness and compassion and forgiveness and understanding and patience into their life. Whether it be with someone in your family, whether it be with someone a stranger that God places before you every day, whether it be someone whose shadow crosses your shadow maybe only this one time and needs to be reminded that they're worth doing an act of kindness for. They're worth being reminded that they're loved, that they're valued for who they are, not for anything they did or didn't do. And so, as we continue with this, or we try to wrap this thought up, it's just that as we think about July 4th and all the blessings that we receive in this country of ours, its flaws, yes, we don't want to put out necessarily, and its weaknesses and its crinkles and wrinkles and cracks in places, yes. Well, we're 244, 245 years old. Let's also remind ourselves of the graces and blessings that we receive by being members and citizens of this country. And let's thank God for the gift of them and promise that as our forefathers did, putting aside personal differences, may we do likewise. And in doing so, may we continue to build this country of ours into not just a moral conscience, but a place where people continue to strive to come to, as they do today still, because it's America. God bless America. God bless the United States. God bless you. God bless us. Mary, Help of Christians, pray for us. Mary, Help of Christians, pray for you.